and blessings, my melanated people, God's people. Man, it's a beautiful day in the neighborhood, and we're out here loving, living, and enjoying life. It has been exceptionally cold in my area lately, melanated, and that has been causing me some extreme pain. Man, I'm talking about just getting up hurts, sitting down hurts, all of these things, okay? And I'm telling you this to share with you some observations that I've made spiritually over the past 4 or 5 years. The other day, I was in the Lowe's parking lot. I went to pick up something curbside for my wife, and I saw a lot of men my age, either on canes or rocking from side to side when they walk. So I'm limping, and I had to get out the car and go in because it was taking so long. And I caught myself rocking from side to side, trying to shuffling along. And I thought, you know, they tell you work hard, put in your time, be loyal to the companies, do this and do that. But in your golden years, you can't really enjoy them because of the condition that your body is in, making somebody else rich. I had a friend, a family friend, a cousin and a friend, very good friend. We did a lot of stuff together. And he worked at a plant that was just noted for working people to death. He took early retirement and stayed out. And took very early retirement and was able to live. And it helped him so much because he was active into his 80s, gardening, doing a whole bunch of stuff into his 80s. He finally had a stroke about 82 and died about 83, 84. And I say all that to say that, you have to make decisions based upon your health and your life and being able to enjoy life. Now, gardening was what he loved, and he was able to do that for many years after retiring. Got to enjoy his life. It's just deplorable the way the system is set up and the things they put into your mind. And what came to mind, and these are just some observations that I've made that I wanted to share with you. And it's going to be a little bit of rambling, but hang with me, I promise you. You'll get something from it. I was thinking that school, when they tell you to line up, to go here, to go there, to be quiet, they're preparing you for how they want you to act within society. And they pretty much tell you that. They want you to be docile. They want you to line up. They want you to follow the norms that they set. When we are all spiritually geared as individuals, tribalism was a delicate balance. It was something that was good for us, but tribalism never took away your individuality and who you were. That was always used for the benefit of the tribe. If you were fierce, hothead, you were the warrior clan. This, that, and the other. There was a place for you and your individuality within the tribe. It's not that way in America. They want you to be totally docile, to totally be like everybody else. That's one of the purposes of religion. That's one of the, after my falling out with religion, and then seeing what it really was, it showed me that religion is just something to make you docile. It's just something to get you to conform. I do not believe that the Creator, the Most High, intended for everybody to act exactly the same, to follow a 10 commandments, that everybody got to follow this. He innately put in you what is right and what is wrong. And you know that. You don't need a book to tell you what's right and what's wrong. And I didn't come on here today to bash religion or to downgrade religion, but I'm just telling you my experience and what has worked for me and how I have found true happiness. You know, and it's hard to find happiness and to be happy every day when you are constantly in pain. And they've set that up to work you to death, to get every ounce out of you. There are days when I am just down, flat down, because my body aches so much, especially when it rains, when it's getting ready to rain, when it's raining, cold days like today. I think we've got some rain supposed to be coming in soon. And then that mixed with the cold weather, you know, my shoulder hurts, my knee hurts, my hip hurts, my lower back hurts, my neck hurts. All of these things, you know, can rob you if you don't find some center or some source. And for me, it's spirituality. For you, it may be religion, but for me, it's spirituality. So when we talk about the effects that the Matrix has on us, there are several things that keep us bound, that you have to free yourself from. What they taught you in school, what they taught you in religion, what they taught you in elementary, high school, if you went to college, if you went to trade school. These are things that you have to free your mind from, people. You've got to learn to free your mind from these things if you're going to have any semblance of freedom in this realm. And I'm here to tell you that you can have freedom in this realm, but you have to free your mind first. Because everything we've been told is a lie. We live in a non-reality world. We live in a world where we've been told one thing, but it's actually the opposite. A lot of people call Terrence Howard crazy, but to me, he's got more sense than Charlemagne the God and Stephen A. Smith. You see how they've changed their story? Charlemagne the God, Trump was the big boogeyman. Now, not so much. Stephen A. Smith had a little problem with him, not as much as Charlemagne, but now he's defending him. These people make their living based on opinion, so they're going to shift with the wind. And Stephen A. Smith and Charlemagne are a new breed. Like I said, it's going to be some rambling, a lot of different topics in here. Stephen A. Smith and Charlemagne are a new breed. The old breed, like Roland Martin, Al Sharpton, they thrive off of hatred and misdirection and confusion and things like that. And they're going to stick with that to the end because that's what's always made them money. But people like Charlemagne and Stephen A. Smith, they've learned to shift as the wind shifts, to change their opinions as they see the mood of America change because they know that's where their money comes from. So with that being said, this is a new time for everybody. As I sit here, I feel that energy, that new energy. It's different. I'll be 60 in May. This is a different feeling than I've ever felt when you talk about the energies that's in the world and that's going on, that's shifting and moving, and the way things are operating. There is a flex. And that flex is scaring the powers that be. Now, the last thing I want to touch on is, I see a lot of people posting, and I've covered this before, but I want to cover it again. A lot of people posting that this is the age of Aquarius, this is the age of enlightenment, we're free, we're free, we're free, we're free. You know, well, after civil rights, we thought we were free as melanated people. After slavery, we thought we were free as melanated people. After the sharecropping system was doing away. We thought we was free as melanated people. But all the knowledge in the world does not help or affect you if you can't create balance. If you can't get back to the rituals of old that actually control the world. Because all these things that the rich do on these islands that they have, when I say rich, I'm talking about the mega rich, the 1%, that they do on these islands and stuff, these rituals and things, these sacrifices and things that they do. This is how they maintain and stay in power. The sacrifices and rituals that they have us doing, drinking the blood and, you know, and all of these things, that they have a lot of the people who are not in their realm, a lot of that is things. Let me just be clear. I'm trying to walk around, but I'm not going to walk around. A lot of the things that are done within religions, these rituals, are made to bind you and keep you bound, and not to free you, not to free your soul, not to free your spirit, not to bring you revelation, not to help you overcome. And so if you're not putting in the work and doing your rituals, now there are two kinds of rituals. There are those rituals that the rich 1% are using, those things that are, for lack of a better word, demonic. And then there are the rituals of spiritual that uplift, that are that the Most High intended for us to do. So we have to be very, very careful as to what we do and don't do and what we think. So the fact that a lot of spiritual people are so elated that it's over with, we're finally liberated, allows them to go in and to recast the spell. So we have to be careful. But that's my rant for the day, melanated people. Touch feet to soil. Take in plenty of sunlight. A little moonlight if you can. But most of all, melanated, love thy melanated self. Be blessed.